Oh, happy Sunday. What is going on, everyone? Good morning. It is April 10th already, and we are going to be looking at what is coming out for Free Comic Book Day because I haven't heard a whole lot of chatter yet about anything coming out on Free Comic Book Day, and it's a little bit odd. I think last year we had some really like banger titles that everyone was really, really looking forward to, and I feel like the buzz is a little bit down, and so I'm trying to figure out what books are actually coming out and let you guys know what is going to be dropping on Free Comic Book Day. So I have a few different resources. We're gonna be jumping into that, obviously here in a little bit. But I do have a little bit of show and tell. I have a little bit of an unboxing, and of course, we're gonna check out the chat. We're gonna give some people some. We're gonna give some folks some time to kind of wake up, get their coffee, get in here, see what's going on. I see Manny's already in here. What's going on, brother? Let's do a mic sound check, Manny, if you have a second. Let's see if we are good here. I'm also gonna try this music out again, this like background music. Let's try this again. We'll try this again, see if that actually works. I tried to use the background music before. I think I messed up technically on the back end, and I think I like messed it all up. But let me know what the sound levels are sounding like over here. All right, so let's get into a little bit of an unboxing real quick. So I have the James Tynion Substack, and they randomly send you stuff. I got like a foil, what was it? Department of Truth. Department of Truth, thanks, buddy. I've got like a foil signed Department of Truth. It was limited to a few thousand or a few hundred or something like that. I can't remember. Verno got something very similar, and we got some House of Slaughter variants as well. And so we randomly got those, but I had a shipping notification sent to my email, and we got another thing. And so it's Cerebros. Awesome, dude. Hey, I'm about to open my box. I don't know if you opened your box yet from Third Eye / Tiny Onion. So I'm going to open that up right now. You probably opened yours up in the truck while you were working, but I'm going to do it right now. So we're going to see what's in here. I haven't opened it yet, so we're going to see what's going on in here. And then I'll kind of tell you what I've been reading on the side and some stuff I got my daughter for her birthday because she's kind of getting some graphic novel stuff right now. And it's pretty exciting. And she picked up a whole series at her book fair, or she picked up the book one or whatever it was from a book fair, and I got the other one, so I'll show you what she's interested in. And let me know if you have kids, if they're into any kind of like graphic novels or anything that we should be looking for. So, looks like a couple books, maybe one. So we'll see what it is. JT, what up, dude? How's it going? Thanks for stopping in. All right, we're gonna take a peek and see what we got. So they taped it up pretty well. Let me not destroy this. Oh, it's a couple books. Okay, cool. So let's get in here. What are you guys reading on the side? If you guys are like Wednesday Warriors and reading all your books, if you're not one of those folks, what are you stacking right now? What are you trying to work through? I'm working through a few different things. I'll show you what I'm working through now because of Brandon over at Comics Kings. He had a cool creative team on recently, and they had a series that came out that just kind of ended arc 2. So I'm excited to get that. And I got a hardcover. I'll show you what that is here in a minute. What's going on, Flash? Good morning, brother. Good morning, dude. Blame Flash for all my Moon Knight interest. So yeah, his first blame, I think, is what he said, and it's well deserved, I would say. What do we say? Kai is super interested in investigators, right? Yeah. So I'm familiar with investigators. That's been a Free Comic Book Day too before, I think, right? I think we got her a book from a book fair. And I think she worked her way through it eventually, or she just lied about it. I can't remember. I think she just lied about it. It's like that, Cat Kid, Dogman, Captain Underpants. Man, what else? And then this new series here, which I'll show in a minute. Yep, Verno's here. Big Herm is here. Station, man. I saw some of your pictures from when you and Fable and who was it? It was Mark and Jasmine. All these people got to meet up yesterday in New York. You got some drinks, got that Corona Rita, right? I haven't had one of those in a long time. I got to go to Midtown. Man, super jealous. I'm so happy you guys got to meet. Happy Sunday indeed. Read all my books, please. Yeah, I hear you there. Okay, so let's see what I got from the James Tynan Substack. No idea what this is. I'm not gonna look. You guys are gonna see it before I do. What the hell is that? That is a Something's Killing the Children Virgin foil black and sorry JT, out of bounds you. What is this? A foil gold and black? Whoa. Okay. This is pretty cool. Let's take it out and see what it looks like. Not autographed. No, it's okay. Tynan's autographs are pretty easy to come by. Holy crap, this is beautiful. So it is foil. Look at that. Bam. What a beautiful book. What's in the back here? Issue number 21. This is... my word. This is one of the variants for sure. One of the variants. Holy crap, that is beautiful though. Wow. Very, very cool. I don't remember ever seeing this one, although I'm not completely up on all the different variants and stuff like that. I wish somebody in the community was on top of all that kind of stuff. All right. So let's see. My eyes. I know I just burned my retinas too. Actually reading through Moon Knight stories after Warren Ellis, then caught up on weekly books. Yeah, so I've been trying to get Warren Ellis's volumes, but if you go on eBay, man, it's like, dude, it's insane how much those things are going for on eBay. Even the trade paperbacks, the single issues, forget about it, right? Even the trade paperbacks are just way too expensive. I think they're on Comixology though. If you, you know, if you want to read them on there, I think so. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, for sure. What did Herb say? John Thomas. No kidding. Herb's got like the best. He hasn't imitated me yet that I'm aware of. Maybe he does it behind my back, but he's got like the best community imitations. And by the best, I mean what, 2 so far? You need to up that, man. Let's bring out some more imitations. I just finished your Gotta Hammers episode. Yep. I know. I just saw that pop up on my feed. I got to go back and read that. Or I got to go back and watch that. I read the run. I'm still waking up. This coffee hasn't hit me yet. So we'll see. Okay, so I have another book in here. Let's see if we can take a peek. Oh, it's not a book. Okay, so it's not a book, but it's a new membership card for 21-22. So it's a membership card to Tiny Onion. So with you get a lot of perks with this. If you're ever at a con and he's there, I think he'll sign like just tons of stuff for free if you show him this card. Whereas he might have a certain limit, like 5 or something like that. And so he sends you a little membership card. I think it gives you like access to the store and things like that, his store, something like that. So pretty cool thing. So if you sign up, you get some cool stuff randomly, and you get the membership card. And it's kind of a shame. It is like dinged up in that corner. Can you see that? I don't know. I'm trying to like get it to focus. There's a ding right there in that top corner. Kind of a bummer because it's a beautiful, beautiful book. Other than that, right there. So, man, that's pretty cool. Okay. What does it say here? On Comixology, and they have the Moon Knight sale through May 1st. Ooh, a sale, you say. Verno, do you work every day? I know, we miss Verno. He was on Dylan Torres show. So you can always, if you're missing him, you can always catch up over there, get to see his pretty face, get to hear his beautiful voice. And there you go. All right, let's take a peek and see what I have been reading. So I started reading Adventure Man, #1. This was a hardcover, Fraction Dodson. Comics Kings had them, both of them on with Steph, and they had a cool conversation about just everything, and they had a conversation about Adventure Man. And then I saw that the hardcover, this is like extra sized, right? So let's see. So like here's my Something Skeleton Children. You can see the difference in the size. So it's pretty awesome. I blew through this yesterday morning over like 2 cups of coffee, and it was really cool. I liked it a lot. The art was awesome, as you would imagine. The world that they built was pretty fun, filled with like magic and adventure and everything, a lot of mystery. It was pretty straightforward as far as the plot and the story and what the problem is and who the heroes are and things like that. And I really enjoyed it. So this is issue 1 through 4 in this big hardcover. And then I picked up some of the floppies. I think 9 came out recently, if I'm not mistaken, because they have, I think 5, 6, 7, and 8 coming to hardcover soon. I think pre-orders are showing up soon. We're already here, so if you want to get caught up, You can get all those now in this giant hardcover form. And so I think I'm missing one between 5 and 9. I think it's number 5, maybe number 6. I'm not entirely sure. Fable, what's going on, brother? Thanks for jumping in. I do appreciate that. I was just saying how jealous I was. You guys got to meet up yesterday, a bunch of you. And that's really cool. You're able to do that. So awesome. I'm really happy you're able to do that. Love some hardcover books. Yeah, no kidding. I'm like addicted to these. The problem is you buy them and then you kind of like throw them on your shelf because you're trying to keep up with all your different weekly books. And so that is that. All right. So what's the other thing? Oh, and Circus says, while you're here, I might as well show. I was going to show this off. I finally got her framed. So I got this bad boy framed from Stay_Broke, artist from Billy the Kit, Barry McLean Jr. So I actually got this framed up. So I'm going to be hanging it somewhere. Not entirely sure where it's going to go yet. But yeah, totally digging that. So I knew you'd appreciate that. Wanted to show that off as well. So what is my daughter reading? What did I get her recently? So we went to the book fair and we got her Wings of Fire, the graphic novel. So my understanding is this is actually a novel as well, like a proper novel, but they did a graphic novel version of it. I think there's 5 books right now, and she's loving these things. And so we just went ahead and they're pretty cheap. They're like $6-7 on Amazon. You can check your local shop as well, your comic shop. They might carry like a kids section or something like that. But yeah, I went ahead and picked up all of those. She loves dissecting all the different characters. Like she has a notebook that she writes all their names down and what their abilities are and like their personality. And she redrew the world map as well. This guy, it opens up with like a Tolkien, like a world map kind of a thing. And it looks like a dragon, right? So she redrew this. She loves all the different characters. She's probably about halfway through book number 1, but she's like enamored with the concept, So, and then I also just picked up book number 1, just the actual proper novel, just in case she wants to flip through it after she gets done reading this, because apparently there's some backstory and obviously additional content and stuff like that in the novel version. So Wings of Fire, if you have a kid that's probably in the, 9, 10, 8 to 10 range, maybe, I'm not sure. This might be a decent thing to like look for because it looks pretty cool and she's into it. So if you have any kids in that range, maybe check that one out. That would be pretty cool. Everyone read Billy the Kid. Yeah, man. It's a great it's just like a fun book. It's a fun book. I know we push it a lot because it's fun. It's not big too. It's indie obviously, but like not a whole lot of people talk about it, and the ones that do talk about it love it. So all right. So what are we here for? We're here to check out the different free comic book day books because there's not a whole lot of chatter. So how are we going to do this? We're going to do it a couple different ways. I am on freecomicbookday.com and I'm under some kind of like full lineup for Free Comic Book Day 2022 subthread. And so they do have a little video here. I'm not gonna play the video or read this giant thing. It's basically, we have 2 different groups of books. We have our gold sponsor and we have our silver sponsors. And there's only about a handful of gold sponsors, and then there's our silver sponsors. So what does that mean? I think gold sponsors just maybe they have a different arrangement. Maybe there's like a pay structure or like a sponsorship structure. I'm not sure, but they're obviously the ones that are going to get the bigger highlight during that particular free comic book day. So we're going to go look at that right now. So I think I'm going to go read through Red Mother, all 3 volumes for Mother's Day. That's a good one. Good luck with that, man. Good luck with that. Yeah, my daughter's not old enough for Red Room, or Red Room. Definitely not old enough for Red Room. But Red Mother, that was a decent book. I did like that one. All right, so what do we got in the gold sponsor titles up here? And I also have League of Comic Geeks up here, because what they did too is they actually have their books listed here as well. So if you're in League, you can go to May 7th. You can just click on the May 7th date right here, and then you could just do like a search for free, and then it highlights all of them, and you can bounce around. I only see 17, and I think there's way more than that coming out. And then we can click on there, and we can actually see the description and who's writing it and all that good stuff. So if anything is like super interesting, we can dive into that as well. So what do we have? So we have AWA. Yeah, Fable. There you go. So we have that. So what do we have? So we have the best Archie comic ever, number 0. Talk about a spec buy. The best Archie comic book ever. I don't think I've ever read an Archie comic book. Has anyone read an Archie comic book? In the chat, I have to know. I've heard every single free comic book from Things from Another World for a penny. Is that true? Are you? I guess it's true because they're free and you got to pay for shipping, right? Man, we're all about that Red Mother in the chat. Red Mother was good. What was the most frequently used description of that one? Slow burn. I think slow burn was the most widely used description for that. So we have the best Archie comic ever. Fables read it. Read Archie at some capacity, so that's awesome. AWA, artist, writers, and artisans. I don't know. It's blacked out. Maybe we can go over to League here in a second and check it out. So these are the gold tier books, right? Buffy the Vampire Slayers. 25 years of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So this is right up Big Herm's alley. He's going to be picking up 20 copies of those for sure, trying to get that incentive variant, whatever it looks like. Stranger Things / Resident Alien. Okay. Stranger Things is weird because they had a lot of different volumes coming out. They had a lot of different... It's like the Rick and Morty of like YA horror in a way, you know? Or maybe not YA, because Stranger Things has pretty mature stuff as well. But it feels like every other week they have like a new separate little thread coming out, right? A new volume of something coming out. And so I haven't been paying attention at all to anything related to Stranger Things. And I'm pretty excited about the new season coming out soon. So that'll be kind of fun. Not terribly excited for either one of these yet. Doesn't mean I won't pick one up just to have it, but nothing really blown me away yet. Because last year, what did we have last year that was super popular? So we had Spider-Man, we had Venom, we had Stray Dogs, we had Red Room, we had, what else was very popular, like the ones to get last year. Remember those? And we're a month away from the next one, and I don't hear anybody talk about anything. But there's got to be some stuff out there. So if you remember any additional ones from last year, let me know. But that was at least the 4 that I was really going for. All right, so what do we have? Oh, here's a good one that my kid's going to want for sure. Dogman and Friends, Super Comic Teasers. We have Captain Underpants, Dogman, and Cat Kid Comic Club. Those are all really good books. If you have kids, you should be picking those up. They sell extremely well everywhere. And so, yeah, House of Slaughter. Yeah, I think you're right. Yep. King Shark. Yeah, where'd that go, right? House of Slaughter. Yeah. Yeah, those are good ones. But you know what I mean? So what, that's 6 off the top of our head that we just remember from a year. Well, maybe not a year ago, because I think it was August, right? So that is that. So we do have this cool kids book coming out. I would recommend this one for sure for anybody that has younger kids and they want to kind of get them into graphic novels. Extremely popular. They sell out everywhere, all over the place. They're all sold at Target and Walmart, all sorts of places. So everybody knows who these 3 are. Cat Kid's relatively new compared to the other 2. But Cat Kid's probably a couple years old now. And there's a few different issues out, or a few different books. So I would recommend that one. This TMNT is interesting. And I think I have it over here as well. I'm going to jump over here real quick and pop this open. So it's Tom Waltz, but it also has, let's see, TMNT event of 2022 starts here from Tom Waltz, Stephanie Campbell, or Sophie Campbell, right, and then Kevin Eastman. 32 pages. You know, most of that's going to be advertisements. But this might be an interesting one. It's got that like classic cover, you know. And so this might be an interesting one to grab, just because, you know, it's gonna pull those nostalgia strings on us for sure. And art looks really interesting. So that's probably gonna be one that I'm gonna be picking up for sure. I'm gonna be searching for. So TMNT is probably a good one to get. Maria, what's going on? How you doing? Station, thanks for coming in. We appreciate you. Always good to see you in the chat. Thanks for all your help. All the Bad Batch and everything, man. Couldn't do it without you. For sure. All right, what do we have here? The Bone Orchard Mythos Prelude. This is going to be from Image Comics. It's Jeff Lemire, Andrea Sorrentino, and Dave Stewart. I mean, come on. That's going to be a pickup. Let's see if it's on here, though, real quick. Let's see. Here it is. Let's pop it open. A troubled writer, books. Okay, a secluded cabin in a lake to attempt to get away from his struggling marriage and impending deadlines. Ooh, okay. Face to face with his own demons. Discovers the first terrifying piece of the Bone Orchard mythos Interconnected Universe, Eisner Award-winning team behind Gideon Falls, Primordial, Sorrentino, and Jeff Lemire. So this might be fun. It doesn't say how many pages it is, but I mean, that's a great creative team. And so we'll see where that one goes. So you get your free comic book day, little hints of what that might be right there. That might be an interesting one to pick up. It is a indie book, so if you're a specker, that already takes it down a couple points, I think. Creative Director of the Year for sure. Where's that comic book community award? Creative Director. It's needed. Somebody get Brian on here. And create that category real quick. Blackguard. What is this? The Blackguard sampler. No idea. No clue what that is. Let's just try to find it real quick. How about that? We'll see if it's actually on here. I don't see it on here. Okay, well, never mind. We are going to ignore that one. If you guys have anything about Blackguard, let me know. Maybe I should be paying attention to it. Amazing Spider-Man and Venom. Amazing Spider-Man / Venom #1. So that one should be on here somewhere. So let's go take a peek and see what that one looks like. Here it is. So what's going on here? Zeb Wells, Al Ewing, Ram V. So it's everyone we thought would be on there. Artist Brian Hitch. Artist and cover artist JR. Okay, we have Scott Hanna on some other ones. What's going on with these free comic book day variants? There's also an incentive coming up too. There's also an incentive for one coming up, and it's a Peach incentive, and I think it's like a 1 in 1,000 free comic book day incentive. It's crazy, man. Let's go take a peek at this other one. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So I'm wondering what it's going to be about. Gearing up for a brand new era, just in time for the character's 60th anniversary. Fans who pick up the free comic book day Spider-Man Venom #1 will see the very beginning of the major storyline. Writers Zeb Wells and legendary artist JR have planned for their run on Amazing Spider-Man, including Tombstone's first steps towards becoming Spidey's most terrifying villain. Okay, so it's going to be just like a little intro book. So that would be pretty cool. And then what is this? And we'll also give fans a chance to check out the thought-provoking work Al Ewing and Ram V and Brian Hitch are doing on Venom. The groundbreaking changes this mastermind trio has in store for the symbiote Mythos starts here. So that'll be interesting. I'm more interested in the Spider-Man thing because I've been a little bit disappointed on Venom in general so far. So that will be an interesting one to pick up, just because we already know what's going on in Venom. I think we're all interested in what's going to happen with Spider-Man coming up soon, especially if Wells and JR are going to be on the team. So it's going to be kind of her first look. So I'm sure that'll be really popular. What is absolutely totally deserved. That and the Avenger ones are the ones this year I heard. Yeah, the Avenger ones we're definitely going to get to next, because I think I heard this exact same thing. So Doctor Who is coming on there. So any of you Doctor Who fans out there, you'll be excited for that. Kaiju #8. That might be interesting. I bet the art's gonna be pretty cool in that. Just because it would have to be awesome to kind of capture that book appropriately. What do we got? Tress? That might be interesting. Let's look for that one real quick and see what that has in store. So no. See if we can find it. And again, League's not going to have all of them. Oh, we have a Bunny Mask. What is this? Bunny Mask Tales #1. So is that going to be like a preview of the next thing? I'm trying to find this Tress book. Don't know if they're going to have it on here. Oh, here's that 1 in 1,000 Momoko variant for friggin' Avengers. That'll be fun. All right, I'm not seeing this Tress book right away. It looks like one of those books that like it might be like a sleeper just based on the cover. People, kind of pass up on it, and the next day it'll be on everyone's IG feed. You're like, oh, did you guys pick up Tress? No, I didn't pick it up. Oh, my shop's got 40 copies left and everybody else is gone. I feel like that's going to be that kind of book. So these are the silver sponsored titles. So we have Bunny Mask Tales #1. I know a lot of you guys are loving that one from what, Tobin and Muty. I didn't. I read the first volume and I liked it, but I didn't love it. But you know, it's okay. The ending was kind of weird. That just came out last year, but I never saw the series. Maybe it's like Lady. Yeah, if it's like Lady Mechanica, we're gonna get it every single year for the next 20 years on Free Comic Book Day. The Three Stooges. That might be fun. I don't know. I always feel weird when comedy involves hitting someone in the skull with like a ball peen hammer. You know what I mean? Like that kind of comedy, slapstick comedy is a little bit extreme, but I think that was their shtick, right? So, smacking people in the head with hammers and things like that, or bricks or whatever they were doing is like a little bit to the extreme on the slapstick comedy. What is this? What is this? Kult Cable featuring Jack Black, Behemoth Comics. What? That might be cool. So what is this? Kult Cable. Let's take a peek. Featuring Jack Black. Where is it? Here it is. And Jack Black #1. Are we talking about like Jack Black from Tenacious D? Or am I thinking of the wrong Jack Black? No, Jack Black, right? Yeah, but he's not listed here. Maybe there's no connection at all. Maybe I was just kind of freaking out. Not entirely sure. Station, everyone. What is going on? Yeah, Bunny Mask Total Mine. Yeah, it was interesting. There's just something about it that was just weird. Maybe it was the art style that kind of made it. I don't know how I feel about that book. Yeah, there's a lot of fans for Bunny Mask. So yeah, for sure. Yeah, tons of people like this one. This book is interesting. If everyone knows what's going on with this one, Jack Black, is that the Jack Black we know from Tenacious D, or is that somebody else? I don't see any. Well, I mean, that kind of looks like, right? That looks like Jack Black right there. And it's over the top. It's crazy. There's like a skull and a T-Rex mouth and stuff. It's got to be, right? There's too many things right there. That might be a fun one to flip through. I think that would be actually pretty fun. Let's see. Hollow preview from Boom Studios. That might be fun. I think we might check that one out. What does that one look like? Oops. But it's not on League. Okay. That's okay. Boom Studios. Avatar: The Last Airbender. And we also have a Legend tie-in right here as well. So that'll be an interesting book for the kids as well. It's from Dark Horse Comics. That would be pretty cool. Then we have a Red Sonja, kind of like a facsimile cover right here. Free Comic Book Day, Red Sonja. Marvel feature stories from Dynamite Entertainment. So all you guys that like those facsimile covers, that might be a decent one to check out. That might be fun to see. And then we have Text in the Land. Okay. That looks like, this kind of reminds me of all my, what are they, Turok covers? Like those old, or like Indiana Jones style covers right here. It's like the Western cowboy guy going into the native land, getting shot with arrows and stuff. That kind of reminds me of that just immediately. That might be interesting. Donald Duck, one of the best Nintendo NES games ever created, was around DuckTales. And we have a Donald Duck and Company right here. And we have Scrooge, and we have Donald like flipping through the pages. A little fourth wall break in there. Pretty cool. Disney Masters Donald Duck and Company Special. So that will be interesting to kind of see what that looks like. What else we have? We have the Overstreet Guide to Collecting Comics, Gemstone Publishing. So what is that gonna? I mean, what do you do? What are the guts look like in that one? Is it in League? It's not. Overstreet. No. We'll go through League separately, just because I want to do a little bit more deep dive on a couple of these books. So we'll head that direction here in a second. What is this? Realm of the Blue Mist. That looks like another interesting book for the kids to check out. Probably flip through that. So we'll go towards that when we go over to League in a minute. Humanoids TBA silver title. Okay. Well, it's on the list. So there it is. We have Sonic the Hedgehog Free Comic Book Day 2022 special. Have you guys watched the movie? I was at my shop yesterday. There's a family that came in with 2 younger kids. They just got out of seeing Sonic 2 and the kids loved it. The mom that was with them was like, yeah, it was really good. It was entertaining. It was fun. And there'll be a 3rd one. Spoiler. So they're definitely planning on bringing out another one over here. Sal, what's going on? Good morning. Good morning indeed. We're just going through the free comic book days. What's coming out? Not a whole lot of chatter so far about really exciting books, but there's a couple. There's a few for sure that are coming out. So I just want to kind of get the word out where we're going to chat. We're talking about which ones we're excited for, what we think they're going to have in them, things like that. So we're just taking a peek over here. It's no Rescue Rangers, but DuckTales is all right. Rescue Rangers was fun. That was definitely a show that I was watching when I was a kid. So that's pretty cool. And then we have The Walking Dead Clementine #1. Clementine's been everywhere except for like, movies or TV, right? Just all those games. And I think we had Clementine also in, what was it, that Skybound X run that came out last year? All those Skybound books. So that was pretty cool, of course, in the games and whatnot. So what else we have? We have Equilibrium, Free Comic Book Day, cover not final. What is this? Gleason Publications and Comic House, right? So I don't know what that is. We'll check it out over at League if it's over there. Nottingham, Free Comic Book Day special. So we get that Mad Cave Studios. This other one is probably one of the bigger books, right? X-Men, Avengers #1 comic. Let's just go ahead and see if it's over here. See what it looks like. If I can actually find it. Surely, we saw it before, right? Because it had a peach cover on it. Yeah, here it is. Oh, and I made a critical error just now. I actually clicked on the link instead of opening a separate tab. If you League of Comic Geeks guys know what kind of hell I'm in for now. So we have Karen Gillan. Let's see, Judgment Day. We'll see the Avengers try desperately to avert a war between the Eternals and the X-Men. So the Avengers are trying to stop a war between Eternals and the X-Men. Fans will get their first glimpse at the conflict in Free Comic Book Day Avengers X-Men with a prelude story by Karen Gillan and artist Dustin Weaver. What is this? Also coming this summer, and they're just throwing this in just because for whatever reason, will be the X-Men 2nd annual Hellfire Gala. Last year, Mutant Kind terraformed Mars and announced a new team of X-Men. What do they have in store for the Marvel Universe this time around? Find out in the lead-in story by X-Men Gary's Dugan. So, yeah, looks like we're going to be getting a little bit of Avengers trying to stop this battle between the X-Men and the Eternals, and we're also going to get a hint at what Hellfire Gala is going to be this year. So that might be interesting. Meet Bloodline in an introduction story written by Danny Lore. Meet Bloodline. Okay. So that might be something new. What is there anything else in here? So, okay. Yeah, all right. So we're going to get the Avengers and the X-Men and the Eternals, kind of like maybe what kicks it off or what they're going to do to try to stop it. We're going to get the 2nd annual Hellfire Gala introduction there. And it says Meet Bloodline in capital letters. So if this wasn't on your list of what to get anyways, this has to be on your list now. Because this looks like it's going to be introducing us to 2 big events coming soon and a potential new character. So there you go. So that's a pretty easy one to pick up. Nice peach cover. Yeah, no kidding. It's a 1 in 1,000. So how does that work for Free Comic Book Day? If you just order, if you're a retailer, because I think retailers, if anybody knows, do retailers pay for their free comic books? Don't they pay something for them? It's not like they can go into whatever distribution center they have and then choose like, I want 1,000 copies of Avengers X-Men, and they're go, sure, we can do that. Is that a thing? I don't think it is. I think they I think they might pay for it. I might have to ask my guy. Maybe they won't tell me because they don't tell me everything, obviously. But maybe. What does it say? I hope X-Men gives us silly Eternals. Yeah, we talked about the Eternals in a back chat the other day. We talked about them for quite a long time. Just about like their concept and their, you know, the way that the readers perceive them and how they can not necessarily relate to them very easily because they're just so out there. They're just so out there. It's hard to relate to any of those kinds of things, right? When that scale is so global or so universal or whatever. And I feel like X-Men would wipe the floor with the Eternals. Yeah, maybe. I mean, it depends on who's writing it, I suppose. AXE feels like when your younger brother Eternals keeps trying to hang out with you and your friends, Avengers and X-Men, to feel cool. No kidding. Yeah. Eternals hasn't gotten a lot of proper love. The movie was decent. The scale of it was kind of like, why are we even bothering with anything else? And I haven't been reading the comic. I've read the first 3 or so issues. I have all the issues of the old one just because I'm a poser and like to buy old stuff and not read it, I suppose. But I got to read those eventually. But I just wanted to collect them all because I appreciate the importance of older books. I don't necessarily read all the older books that I buy, unfortunately, just because there's not enough time. And B, I'm kind of like want to preserve them in some stupid weird way. So yeah. But yeah, it definitely feels like they're trying to kind of like latch onto something cool just so they can kind of get some cred, right? All right, Marvel Voices #1. We'll check out some covers on the other side. We have this. What is this, Jana? I don't know. And the Unpossible Monster. Okay, from Omnipress. We have Fuzzy Baseball. This looks like the cover of those NES baseball games. Well, Bases Loaded. It kind of reminds me of like the cover for Bases Loaded. That might be intentional. I have it over there, but that's in that very reminiscent of that, especially that font and that, you know, the positioning and stuff like that. Obviously, that they didn't have a whole team or anything there, but it just reminded me. That popped in my mind immediately. What do we have? We have Neverlanders. This is from Penguin Young Readers. Neverlanders. So is that going to be like a Tom Taylor? Interesting. So is that going to be like a Peter Pan kind of a thing? Is that the implication there? That might be kind of cool. Max Meow, Cat on the Streets. I bet that will be pretty popular. It has a cat kid vibe to it. Random House Children's Books. Max Meow, Cat on the Street, Comic Spectacular. That might be a decent one for the kids to pick up. I wonder if it's in the Dog Man, Captain Underpants, Cat Kid, all that kind of stuff. I'm surprised it's a silver tier book. I would have thought it would have been in the gold tier section, especially if it's a new character. But I'm not familiar with Max Meow. If my daughter was here, she would probably correct me immediately and tell me the origin story. Best of 2080, issue number 0. So we get that again. That might be cool. Might flip through that one. Got Carriers. Dragon Whispers from Red 5 Comics. That might be interesting to check out as well. Electric Black. What did I get? I don't think I got first print Electric Black. I think I got the second print of Electric Black. That was one of those weird books, right? That came out. And everyone, it didn't really hit a lot of people's radar until after the fact. And then everyone tried to find it, and it just wasn't really ordered that well to begin with, because it's Black Raven and not a whole lot of stuff comes out of Black Raven that hits the masses radar. There was another one. What was it? We Don't Kill Spiders. I liked issue number 1 a lot, and then I just never saw it again. I think issue number 2 eventually came around, but I think it was an interesting book, interesting premise, but not a whole lot comes out from Black Raven. But when it comes out, it hits certain people's radar for sure. So I think that's pretty cool. I don't want to talk about baseball right now. Let's talk about JT. Carriers has been pretty cool. Really? Where was that? Was that somewhere? Oh, there it is. They're pigeons, right? Is that the shtick? Is that the thing? They're just the carrier pigeons. Good art. Interesting. It's kind of like if a bunch of pigeons were like the X-Force, it looks like. That might be pretty cool. Aw. And the damn Yankees win every time. Yep. Okay, well, Seb, you did it, bud. Sal, I'm gonna go ahead and check it out. We'll pick it up and flip through it at least. The Winchester Mystery House, 1,000-Year Curse. Interesting. From One Shot. Or it's a one shot from Source Point. Okay. Let's see. It won't always be like this. The graphic memoir. Okay. Not immediately interested in that one in particular. 10-Ton Tales. Again, not really doing it for me, but we'll check all these out. Bloodborne. All right. Guardian of Fukushima. Okay. I don't. That looks like it'll be interesting. But again, it's not jumping out to me as the one that everyone's going to be running to the store for, but it's definitely going to be something that we can flip through at the shop and pick it up if they have some copies laying around. Street Fighter Masters Blanca. Yeah, I would say a fan favorite for a lot of people, just at least from a aesthetics point of view. So I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to be picking that one. The Year of Valiant 2022 free comic book day special. That might be interesting just to kind of peek at that. I know there's a lot of folks that are into that kind of thing. Barbaric #1. So I'm wondering if this is going to be volume 2, like a hint into volume 2, or if this is going to be just kind of covering volume 1. And then we have our Pokemon Journeys, Pokemon Adventures XY. So my daughter's huge into Pokemon right now, and so I'm sure we're going to be picking up that as well. And then we have Enemies from Yen Press. So they are, yeah, they're pigeons. Yeah, they're hero pigeons. Got it. And then, okay, so that's that one. So let's hop over here real quick. Let's go back again and screw up our, yeah, so that's what it did. Okay, so we're going to jump back over into May 7th. I'm going to come back over here and I'm going to type in free. And we have 12 for some reason now. I don't know why we're down to 12. So let's take a peek and see. So Doctor Who, I don't remember that being on the previous one. Maybe I'm wrong though. What else do we have? Dark Crisis. Okay, so let's open that one real quick and see what's going on in here. Joshua Williamson's on here. So is this going to be the event, Justice League, greatest superhero team, blah, 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 saved the world countless times, blah, blah, blah. Includes a preview and art from Dark Crisis 1 coming in June. Don't miss this free comic book day special featuring the blockbuster talents of Joshua Williamson and team for free. So we get a little intro. What we're going to get, it'll be a 32-page book. It'll be 6 pages of art and story, and the rest will be advertisements for other things in here. So that's pretty much how that's going to go. Picking up that Blanca for sure, of course. Why not? I love playing. Yeah, everyone loved that one. Definitely need that Dark Crisis. Yeah, did we not have that on the previous page? Yeah, we'll be picking it up. I mean, I think we're all going to read it. We're all going to be picking it up, the actual Crisis event itself, and we'll see where it goes. All right, where are we now? So we looked at X-Men Avengers, so I think we're good there. We looked at Spider-Man. I think we're good there. Those are going to be definite pickups for me. Marvel Voices, I'll pick it up. It's from John Ridley, so that might be fun. Is there anything in the description that hints at it going to be anything super interesting? Unique introduction to the groundbreaking and critically acclaimed Marvel Voices series. Will include popular Marvel Voices stories, spotlighting creators and characters from different cultures, communities, and identities. So that'll be fun to pick up. I wonder if it's going to be just like a condensed version of all the different Voices series that have come out already, or if they're going to introduce anything new. We'll include new and popular Voices stories. Okay, so there'll be some new stuff, and they'll be touching on some of the older things as well. So there you go. All right, we talked about TMNT #1, so that might be an interesting one to pick up as well. We talked about Mythos. That I think will be on a lot of people's radar because the creative team is crazy. Crazy Good, Bunny Mask. A lot of folks like that one. And this is a Bunny Mask Tales. Let's see if it tells us if this is a new one. Let's see. To further the compelling legend of the strange force of nature fans love to fear. So it looks like it's going to be, and it says to further the legend. So that tells me it's not going to be a retelling or pages from the old series. It looks like it's going to be all new stuff. So that's going to be pretty cool. Gotta head out. Peace out, dude. Appreciate you coming in. Later, man. So this will be fun for all those Bunny Mask fans out there that want something new to kind of hold you over. So there's that. All right, what else we got? We have Sonic the Hedgehog. Again, the movies were really good, I heard. So I'm sure that this will be somewhat successful with the kids and the families that like that and saw those movies. Stranger Things doing whatever it can do to kind of stay relevant and create tons and tons of different volumes and stuff. They're like Rick and Morty with all the different variants out there, or all the different versions out there. Bow and Orchard is a must-have free comic book. Yeah, I would say so. I would say so for sure. There will be sickness. Hashtag Bunny Mask. Indeed. And then Clementine. If you're still holding out for Clementine, this is another appearance right there. I don't know what appearance this is in comic book form, but I think we had some free comic book day stuff before, and then we had Skybound. So, you know, if you're into the 6th appearance of stuff, then there you go. This one's gonna be interesting. What is this? Cult Cable featuring Jack Black #1. This is one that's gonna be on my radar for sure. I want to see what that's about. The cover just looks too insane not to be interested in that. And then we have Doctor Who again on here. And those are all the free comic book ones. Let's check the week of the 14th, because sometimes they, they're weird with the dates sometimes. So let's go to like the week before and the week after and just kind of see what comes up. So nothing else is listed. Okay. Nothing else is listed there. So they have more. Let me scroll up to the top. How many total books are there? 46 comic book titles for the industry's most anticipated event to take place on Saturday, May 7th at participating comic shops worldwide. Returning to the first Saturday in May event. Yeah, right, because last year was in August, I think. Comic shop retailers choose 46 titles to be available on Free Comic Book Day, 11 gold sponsor comics, and 35 silver sponsor comics to give fan an opportunity to discover new titles and genres. Okay. So again, we kind of went over that difference right there. So that looks like all what's coming out. So there's actually a few books that I'm interested in. And those would be definitely Dark Crisis. Definitely X-Men and Avengers. Definitely Spider-Man. Voices, I'll probably just pick up. TMNT for sure. Mythos for sure. Bunny Mask for sure. Sonic I can probably pass. Stranger Things I'll pass. Clementine I'll probably pass. Unless there's just stacks of them, This like Jack Black #1, whatever this book is going to be, that'll be a for sure pickup for me. And then Doctor Who I'll probably pass on. And then I think we saw a couple over here that might be interesting. Captain Underpants I'll pick up for sure because my daughter will love that. Oh, there's that Doctor Who. We just didn't see the cover. Kaiju I'll probably flip through. Tress I'll probably flip through. Hollow I might grab. Red Sonja I'll probably get just because it looks like a facsimile. We'll see if they have that red border. They probably will. Overstreet I'll probably pass, but I'll flip through it. It's got me at least interested in seeing what the heck it might actually be. Let's see. There's a few books I'll probably just flip through, like this Equilibrium I'll probably flip through, see what it's all about. What else? Nottingham. I haven't been reading Nottingham, so I probably won't get that one. Fuzzy Baseball, I might. Neverlands, I'll pick that up and flip through it. It's written by Tom Taylor, it looks like. So that might be fun. Max Meow, I'll definitely pick up. Carriers, I got to pick it up because Sal likes it. Electric Black, I'll pick up. What is this one? Winchester Mystery House, I'll probably pick that one up. I'll probably skip these guys. Probably skip Bloodborne. I'll be flipping through a few of these. Getting Barbaric, getting Street Fighter, getting Pokemon for sure. And I'll probably flip through Enemies from Yen Press. So what are you guys interested in over here? Let me go back up here. Bow and Orchard. So Bow and Orchard, yep, for sure. Be getting that one. Bunny Mask. Yep, I'll be picking that one up. Me Too E already pre-ordered The Passageway. Yeah, that new book coming out from that team. That'll be fun. I forget what month. It's a what, June, July book, I think. May, June, July. Wonder if that'll make a Clementine TV show. Wonder if they will make one. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, she's been in the game. She's been in the comics now for a long time. The problem is, I think there's so much going on right now in comics. Everything gets picked up. And what does that mean, being picked up? Being picked up means essentially they have interest in it, right? Maybe some kind of production company has interest, or some kind of company has some right that if they ever want to do it, eventually they have the opportunity to do that. I think there's so much stuff in the can right now that, like, what are you gonna do? There's so much stuff they could make. They have to do that risk reward game. Bunny Mask is a must-have. Yep. And what looked like that step down role for Jim Carrey is that, yeah, I know. Yeah, Dr. Robotnik. When I first saw him in the trailer for the first one, I was like, really? They have him to do it? Because, like, in the games, he was like gigantic. You know what I mean? He was like this gigantic fat guy. And it was just like, he just didn't fit the part aesthetically. But then you saw the way he acted, and you're like, okay, it's Jim Carrey. He's gonna commit to it. So that was pretty cool. I've yet to see the first one, but I do like how the community changed the way that Sonic looked just based on their feedback and reaction and stuff like that. So that was pretty cool. Hope so as well. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for Free Comic Book Day. So there are a few bangers coming out that we should probably pay attention to. You know, the biggest ones, probably Dark Crisis and Avengers and Spider-Man. I think those are the ones. Probably Avengers is probably going to be the biggest one, just because they talked about a new character. They talked about maybe the hint of what the conflict is going to be, things like that. And then, of course, Spider-Man's going to give us a look into the new creative team, or where they're going to be going. And then Dark Crisis is the exact same thing. It's going to give you a little hint as to where we're going. So I think those three are probably going to be the big ones to get this year. And then there's tons of like B-level Free Comic Book Day books. I should download all these images and put like a A-B, like an S tier, an A tier, B tier, C tier, based on my personal opinion, which doesn't mean anything. Except for, to me, it'll give me a nice list of like priorities, right? When I'm looking at a table full of stacks of books, I can prioritize my own thoughts that way. And maybe somebody else out there would appreciate that. All right, so that is it for today. I hope you guys found that useful. This will be up for the rewind for those who did not catch this live. But basically, if you're just joining us now, we went through all the books that were listed on freecomicbookday.com, League of Comic Geeks. We broke down and discussed which ones we're excited about, which ones might have some kind of spec opportunity to them based on the solicitation on League of Comic Geeks. So all this stuff will be available for you to look. I'll throw this link down in the description just so people have it and they can put in the chat so they can view that on your own time and go through all these different books and see what you're going to be getting. And then, of course, talk to your local comic shop. Talk to them, see if they're doing any kind of pre-orders, if they're doing any kind of pull lists for these, and see which ones they're ordering heavy on and which ones they think might be good. And then if you have any other books that I didn't go over, put them down below in the comments. That would help everybody, because I feel like this year there's not a whole lot of hype. And maybe because it was so recent, we had the other one so recently, right? It was just last quarter of last year, feels like. So that will be good. Yep, got to finish Sonic. Thanks for everything, Nick. Enjoy this. Yeah, man, I appreciate you coming in. Thanks again, everyone. I'm going to go ahead and leave it at that. Thanks so much. You guys have a great week and a great rest of your weekend. Only 8 a.m. here. Time for some. I know, I'm crashing too, man. I only had a little bit of coffee so far. But yep, that's it for me, guys. I will see you guys later. Peace out. As I fumble through and try to figure out which ones hit the new promos.